Welcome back, Exiles. In this one, we'll take a break from Magic Find, and I'll show you how to craft an Omniscience ring with high attributes. Something a little like this. This is a craft I have covered before, which proved to be pretty popular. It still works in Affliction League, and I'll show you how step by step so you can craft one yourself. Before we begin, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Path of Exile content. A huge thank you to my current channel supporters. More information on how you can support at the end. Ready? Let's begin. Let's start by buying our base. In this craft, we're using an amethyst ring with a fractured attribute modifier. You can use either strength, dexterity, or intelligence. It doesn't matter. Just aim for a high roll, preferably tier 1 or tier 2 on the fracture, and item level 82 or higher. This one was 1 divine from trade and will work perfectly for what we need. Next, we start by fixing the basics with the ring before crafting. First, use an orb of scouring to bring the ring back to magic. Then, use blessed orbs to max roll the implicit. On this ring it rolls between 17 and 23%, so roll for 23. Follow this up with 10 intrinsic catalysts to add 20% quality towards attributes. If used on a rare item, it would take 20 catalysts, so we do this while it's still magic. Our next step is to roll with essences and fill our suffixes with high-tier attributes. Start by using a regal orb to upgrade the ring to rare, as it's currently magic. Next, we can begin rolling with our essences. In this instance, we are using deafening essences of rage, as these force a high-tier strength roll every time. Spite would also work as an alternative. One adds strength, the other adds intelligence. Perfect. We landed a high intelligence roll alongside our other 2 attributes, which is what we need to continue. The suffixes are now complete, so let's move on to the prefixes. Our first step here is to lock the suffixes using the craft. Suffixes cannot be changed. Without this, we would simply overwrite our attributes and the ring would be useless. To lock the suffixes, we can use either a wild bristle matron beast, which at time of recording was 1.4 divines, or you can simply craft it at the crafting bench for 2 divines. The wild bristle matron usually will randomly add 1 metamod to an item. However, you can force suffixes cannot be changed by having an open prefix and the suffix is full. Perfect. Suffixes are now locked. We can move on to the next step. The first prefix we want is max life, and we'll get this from an unveil modifier. With our suffixes locked, use a veiled chaos orb to gain a veiled prefix. There is a very small chance to add extra modifiers at this stage when applying the orb. As long as you still have 1 open prefix after applying, then try not to worry. It'll still work fine. Next, before unveiling, use a low-tier mana craft from the crafting bench to act as a block. This will stop you from unveiling a mana modifier and increase your chances to hit max life instead. Once done, unveil with Jun and you should hit max life with mana regeneration here as our first prefix. Perfect. Our Omniscience ring is nearly finished at this stage. We just need to replace the mana crafted modifier with something much better. Use the crafting bench to overwrite the block, with non-channeling skills have -7 to mana cost. If you don't have this craft unlocked yet, it comes from unveiling rings and amulets from the betrayal mechanic. Once you unveil it once, you'll have it available to use from your crafting bench until the next league. And there it is, our Omniscience ring all finished. It still has an open prefix too, which I like to leave for the buyer. You can exalt slam it at this point if you decide to, or leave it up to the buyer. The slam could add another useful prefix, or a poor low tier one. Use your own judgment here, but it's perfectly fine to sell as it is now. Our ring price checks at around 10 to 12 divines, which is pretty good. The ring cost around 5 divines to make. This includes the base, essences, wild bristle matron beast, and the smaller bubblegum currency. I'm pleased with how it came out. Keep an eye on the exact roles for the attributes. Generally, the higher they are, the better. By following this guide, you can make your own to either use in your build or sell on for a profit if the market allows. If you would like to show off an Omniscience ring you've made using this guide, or any other item you've crafted, you can post it on my Discord in the Show Your Crafts section. Link is in the description. A huge thank you to my Patreons and YouTube members. Their support keeps this channel alive and new videos coming out. If you'd like to join and support me, my Patreon link is in the description, or you can hit the join button just next to my channel name here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I hope the guide helps you. Remember to leave a like if you liked, or a comment to let me know you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Exiles.